Madame Lagarde, on digital currencies, so the ECB is looking into it. You've left little doubt that you're a fan. Is not developing a digital euro even an option?
Okay, I step aside from my own conviction because I'm the president of the European Central Bank. There is a governing council that brings together all the national central bank governors as well as members of the executive board. And the decision as to whether or not we will move with the digital euro will be taken by that organ, the governing council. It will so decide. And that will be mid-21. Okay, so in terms of what are the deliverables now, we will soon be releasing the analysis of the 8,000 responses that we got from the consultation process. That will be communicated to the European Parliament, which is one of the key players, as well as the Commission and the Council with which we operate, not to mention the Eurogroup. Then after that, mid-21, the Governing Council, on the basis of that consultation and the preliminary work that we're doing, will decide whether we go ahead with experimenting. And then there will be a second decision, probably a year from, I don't know whether it will be a 6 months first assessment or 1 year assessment, whether we actually are going to roll out. But the whole process, let's not be, let's be realistic about it, will, in my view, take another 4 years, maybe a little more, but I would hope that we can keep it within 4 years, because it's a technical endeavor as well as a fundamental change, because we need to make sure that we do it right. Well, we owe it to the Europeans. They need to feel safe and secure. They need to know that they are holding central bank backed I would say it's the equivalent of a digital banknote with the same level of security, the same level of backing as the central bank. So that needs to be really safe and solid. And we need to make sure that we are not going to break any system, but to enhance the system. And I'm saying that on purpose because I know that certain intermediaries that we are using at the moment that are relying on us as well, I mean by that the banks, are a bit concerned about those developments. I don't think they should be concerned, because a central bank is not going to invent itself as a client manager, as a risk assessor for the granting of credit lines. So those intermediaries will continue to coexist and to develop their business and to conduct their activity with cash, which will also continue to be available, as well as digital currency. But in my mind, if you just observe how people have behaved during COVID-19, the way in which they've changed the way they buy, the way they order, the way they get their food, the way they pay, it is moving in a digital dimension, which we should not be afraid of, and which should provide, as I said, safe, solid and secure payment mechanism to Europeans and others.
Christine Lagarde, the Bahamas actually launched the first ever CBDC
the
a few months
$100.
ago. What have we learned from that, and what other experiments are you looking at?
I think it's, to my knowledge, the sandal of the Bahamas is the only one that has been effectively launched. There are a few others that are in the making, and clearly the PBOC, the Central Bank of China, is conducting a stress test and tests in general in large constituencies in China, which is by all accounts much larger than several Bahamas together. So we'll be also very attentive, and we'll try to learn from those experiments. I don't have enough return from the Bahamas experiment. I know that the IMF has done a little bit of review and assessment, and will publish, I'm sure, about that, which I will take great interest in reading.